Number 20, Yuno, Future Diary. She may not be the original yandere, but damn if she didn't popularize it, with nothing more than a look.
Yuno's here to protect you.
A perfect example of a character being too good for the series she starred in, Yuno may be a pretty face, but underneath the surface, there's a monster willing to kill off anyone who gets in the way of her ideal love story with her bland boyfriend choice, Yukiteru.
I'll just use 6. She'll be my decoy for saving my man!
She's got a crazy streak running through her that no amount of bloodlust can satisfy, but nonetheless carved a path for herself as the face of the Faulted franchise. Good for you, Yuno. Now please put down the axe.
Was it really so much to ask that I get to spend one single day in bliss with the man I love?
Number 19, Asuna, Sword Art Online franchise. The original PvP princess with losing yourself in a virtual reality for, Asuna has proven herself time and time again to be a compelling heroine, even during the franchise's darker moments. The light in Kirito's life, the longevity of Asuna's in-game achievements only just outshines the likes of Alice and Shion, with her antics in SAO2 displaying that, yeah, she can easily carry her own series with both her personality and sword skills. There are player 2s, and then there's Asuna. Number 18, Chica, Kaguya-sama Love is War. You don't just break the internet with a dance number and not become a part of modern anime culture. While she may not be competing in the borderline nonsensical romantic battle between Kaguya and Miyuki, Chica rose above her contemporaries thanks to her eccentric sense of humor, serious rap game,
NG ワードに俺っちがよく使う語尾を指定されてはたまらんよ
and habit of ruining both geniuses' overly complicated game of wits in the most hilarious ways possible. She's the whole package, even if her bubbliness sometimes slips into the realm of absurd.
あの子私が育てたんですよ
Number 17, Hollow, Spice and Wolf. A wise wolf, a master of business, and the answer to the age-old question. Just how much do ears and a fluffy tail add to the adorability of a character? Oh yeah.
I said get up! Are those ears?
Hollow may be an ancient being feared by the modern times, but her story is a very human one, teaming up with eagle-eyed merchant Lawrence as the two cart themselves around the land in a tale of transactions and simmering romance, one that may feel too low-key at times, yet remains utterly charming.
Not one bit! Are you seriously telling me you only called my name because it was a little shorter? What upsets me more than anything is that you actually think this way, idiot!
Sure, she can be a little sharp-tongued, especially when she gets a craving for apples, but you'd be remiss not to take the advice of an agricultural goddess.
You are the one who told me to buy as many as I wanted.
Number 16, Yoko Guran Lagan. Hello fan service, my old friend. While the abundance of skin on display certainly does nothing to dissuade Yoko's sex appeal, it's her capabilities as a freedom fighter that continue to enthrall us, often via gunning down every beastman that came into her crosshairs.
ヨマコです皆さん仲良くしてくださいね
Whether as a member of Team Daiguren, a loving teacher, or Kamina Squeeze, Yoko was just a barrel of fun whose convictions prevented her from straying into a parody figure. Turns out that you can balance cleavage, kickassery, and heart-to-heart moments. Who would have thunk it?
ヨマコ先生下がってなさい
Number 15, Konata, Lucky Star. She's certainly not what you'd call a conventional role model, what with her terrible work ethic, lack of interest in school, and die-hard obsession with anime and video games.
見て見てでもって
Yet, it's for all those very reasons that Konata speaks to us on a spiritual level.
30分だけ休憩しよう集中力が持たないよ
The furthest thing from hateable, this iconic nerd's taste in all things otaku only adds to the comedy factor, with her love for Haruhi Suzumiya being almost unrivaled. It's scarily easy to relate to all of Konata's slice-of-life antics, and for that, we salute her.
面白いかそれ。
うん、ユニーク。
そうか。
Number 14, Violet Evergarden. Violet Evergarden. Raised to be a weapon of war, Violet's emotions were stunted for the longest time, until the dying words of the only man who cared for her sent her on a journey of self-discovery, one that led her into the role of an auto-memory doll.
心から愛してる。
Now essentially a ghostwriter that takes a person's words and expands it into polished and poised letters, Violet's various encounters slowly shifted her perception of both humanity and herself, learning to love through her clients and the words she types on the page.
もうやめて！お母さん！もうやめて！
To say she's a tragic figure would be an understatement, but she's also one of the medium's most triumphant ones.
寂しがり屋で、お母様が大好きなお嬢様を残して。
Number 13, Erza Scarlet. Fairy Tale. You know you're in a class of your own when even naysayers who disregard your fantasy shonen all agree you're a standout badass of a character.
弱いからいつも鎧をまとっていた。ずっと脱げなかったんだ。
As one of the strongest mages within the Fairy Tale Guild, Erza is something of a tour de force, equipped with innate magic that lets her swap out costumes and weaponry on a dime. Sure, she falls prey to the occasional bit of fan service, but it took countless conflicts that cemented her place as a beast of battle not to be trifled with. She did wipe out 100 monsters all by her lonesome. Number 12, Homura. Madoka Magica. Overcoming time travel and endless sorrow, even among a genre breaker filled with magical girls, Homura stood at the pinnacle. Originally a shy and awkward student, her encounters with Madoka and the rest led to her forming an irreplaceable bond, only to witness her best friend be slaughtered by witches. Refusing to let this stand, she used her power of time travel in an attempt to alter the grim fates which awaited them all.
誰も未来を受け止められない。だったら私は。
Needless to say, it's a journey filled with so much heartbreak that it's little wonder she became as jaded and cold as she did. Regardless, even if Madoka is the face of the franchise, Homura's story is the emotional crux. Number 11, Taiga. Toradora. More than living up to her namesake, Taiga does not hesitate to bite back, in spite of her smaller stature.
Don't call me an idiot, you bitch!
Determined to prove herself, even if she is as cute as can be, Taiga's preferred method of motivation is kicking someone's ass, which is what makes her such a perfect foil for love interest Ryuji.
Yep.
Sure, she may have caused a concussion or two, but their budding romance displayed that, in spite of her apex predator personality, Taiga can still be a softie. All she needs is a dragon that's up to the task of safeguarding her heart.
One more time.
Number 10, Mikasa. Attack on Titan. Following an attack that robbed her of her family, Mikasa transitioned from a sheltered girl to one of humanity's strongest soldiers.
ライナー出て
Devoting her life to Eren, she rose up among the Survey Corps to become a weapon that could even give Levi reason to pause. Her dedication may have given her the conviction to become a Titan-killing machine, but it's also become a recent point of contention, especially with the revelation in regard to her Ackerman blood. For all its benefits, it also conditioned her into becoming an unwitting servant, who will protect their charge no matter what.
俺はガキの頃からずっとミカサ、お前が大嫌いだった。
Number 9, Rem. ReZero starting life in another world. You know you've captivated an audience when a single rejection breaks the internet in half. While her Oni nature allows her to carve up man or beast with ease, it's Rem's gentle soul, that support of Subaru, that melted the hearts of everyone before her.
稽古お疲れ様でした、スバルくん。
Every time loop, every demise, it all layered together to give us one of the sweetest and kind-hearted individuals to occupy what is otherwise a bloodthirsty fantasy world.
好きです。
どうして
Which made her sudden disappearance all the more painful.
だってスバルくんはレムの英雄なんです。
Number 8, C2, Code Geass.
でも死にたくないです。では契約をしましょう。
Immortal and a harbinger of revolution, this Snow White of the mecha genre was the one to grant Lelouch the mind-altering power of the Geass, setting him out his path to become a symbol of change, no matter how much unrest and death he brought with him. With an existence mired in death, rebirth, and playing the part of a puppet to the will of the elites, C2 came into her own due to the companionship she shared with Lelouch, slowly shifting into something far more human and lovable. She can be our co-pilot any day.
感謝されたのは初めてだよ。
Number 7, Misaka Mikoto, a certain franchise. From Index to Railgun, this Esper proved herself to be such a delightfully investing character that it's no wonder so many endeavored to wage through the confusing continuity of this crazy-ass series.
こういうのを言うらしいのよね。
Able to unleash bolts of electricity, with such ferocity she could wipe out Academy City if she wanted, Mikasa's level 5 abilities are only matched by her attitude. Flippant, prone to outbursts, and possessing the sweetest crush on Mr. Misfortune himself, Toma, there's every reason to consider Mikasa as the best thing to emerge from every facet of this franchise.
やっぱオカルトなんて当てになんねえわ。
Number 6, Satsuki. Kill the kill. There's authority, and then there's Satsuki.
恐怖こそ自由。
With an ironclad rule over her underclassmen, this blade-wielding powerhouse of a Kamui user originally appeared as an antagonist meant to contend with Ryoko's firecracker personality.
露出狂？くだらん！この姿はカムイが最も力を震える姿。それを俗な価値基準で恥じるなど、まさに己の小ささの証明。
While still retaining her sharper tendencies, once her past and true intentions were revealed, Satsuki soared not only as a character, but right into our hearts. Her absolute focus and belief in her actions is oddly inspiring, even if she continually regards those beneath her as pigs in human clothing. An Ice Queen? Sure, but she's our Ice Queen, and we're more than happy to bow to her whims. Number 5, Megumin. KonoSuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world. Who would you rather have as a companion? A useless goddess, masochistic paladin, or the mage who could summon catastrophic explosions, and pretty much nothing else?
募集の張り紙見させてもらいました。この開口は世界が選択肢定め。私はあなた方のような者たちの出現を待ち望んでいた。
In every regard, Megumin is the obvious choice. Her smaller frame does nothing to diminish how beguiling she is, and certainly doesn't dissuade her determination to prove herself as the strongest mage in the land.
他はともかく爆裂魔法のことに関しては私は誰にも負けたくないのです。
No matter how many times she feigns from casting explosion magic, she's a fireball wrapped up in a Chunibyo exterior that we can't get enough of. Sign us up to join her party anytime.
3日も何も食べてないのです。何か食べさせていただけませんか？
Number 4, Kurisu. Steins Gate. Brains, beauty, brilliance. Rintaro may be a mad scientist leaping across various timelines, but it's Kurisu's ingenuity and presence that makes up such an essential part of this sci-fi juggernaut.
以上で私の話は終わりですが、それでも反論があるなら聞きますよ。
A genius in her own right, her contributions are invaluable, but it's the chemistry between herself and Rintaro that really lets this series truly shine.
マユリには会えたの？橋田がコミマでは会えなかったみたいって。
ああ。
She's a prodigy who has dealt with isolation all her life, yet never falls into any archetypical trappings, hence why the eventual intimacy with someone as borderline insufferable as the mad scientist feels so organic. Yep, she's worth risking all of space-time for.
それならしょうがないの。キスだけだぞ。
Number 3, Saber, Fate franchise. While she has a billion incarnations over a billion alternative realities, there's only one king worthy of sitting on this throne, and that's the original Artoria Pendragon.
あなたが私のマスターか。
A servant who has ventured into the battleground across multiple Holy Grail wars, this ancient hero is a picturesque knight, one who values chivalry above all else, though still haunted by the decisions she made in her ancient life as king. She's the one you want to have in your corner when contending in a battle royale filled with history and mythology's most notable champions. Plus, she's clearly the best romance route. Yeah, we said it. Number 2, Haruhi Suzumiya. Haruhi Suzumiya franchise. So, turns out that God isn't only a high school girl, but also something of a jerk.
Has just been decided, and its name is...
The SOS Brigade!
Unknowingly able to change, manifest, and generally screw around with reality depending on her wishes, the often obnoxious yet eternally entertaining Haruhi becomes a focal point for every kind of sentient life in the universe, each endeavoring to prevent a catastrophe or take advantage of her uncanny abilities. Not that Haruhi cares, since all she wants to do is lead her SOS Brigade down whatever wily escapade she can conjure up next, whether that be rocking out in a bunny suit or repeating the same episode 8 times. Damn it, Haruhi.
Wait, Haru...
Well, that's it. We're done for today. I set tomorrow aside just in case, but I guess you can all take the day off now.
Before we reveal the true best girl, here's a few honorable mentions. Yumeko, Kakegurui, Nagatoro. Don't toy with me, Miss Nagatoro.
じゃあ、先輩ですね。
Rin, Laid Back Camp. Chizuru, Rent a Girlfriend.
ま、今日みたいなのは勘弁だけど、自分ウサギかよって思ったら、また呼んで。
Reina, Higurashi When They Cry.
圭一君を殺して私は鬼隠しで消える。
Mai, Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
今日見たことは忘れなさい。それと金輪際私に関わらないように。
Number 1, Hitagi Senjo Gahara, Monogatari franchise. Picking best girl out of this kaleidoscope of an anime is like choosing which of Araragi's lewd antics made us shake our heads more. All are sensational, but at the end of the day, there's one who unironically floated above the rest.
ならばキスで黙らせてみなさいよ。
Afflicted just like the rest of Araragi's inner circle with a supernatural ailment, Senjo Gahara swiftly won us over with just how together she was, which is pretty impressive given the broken state of her home life.
そう、じゃあ荒木君にお願い。
Whether it's putting Araragi in his place, breaking the fourth wall, or wading through one nightmare scenario after the next, Senjo Gahara excels in every scene she's in.
優しくしなさい。
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.